There will always be people who doubt you, people who look at your life, your dreams, your efforts, and decide you don't have what it takes. They'll smile in your face and whisper behind your back saying, let's see how far they'll go. They'll question your worth because your path doesn't look like theirs, because your story doesn't fit their small understanding of what success should be. But I came to tell you today, you don't need their validation, their applause, or their approval to walk in your purpose. You were not created to be understood by everyone. You were created to fulfill what was already written about you before the world even began. Some of you have been fighting to prove something to people who were never meant to see your value. You've been trying to convince people who made up their minds about you a long time ago. They doubted you before you even started. They looked at your background, your struggles, your failures, and said they'll never make it. But what they didn't realize is that God specializes in using the unlikely. He takes the underestimated and turns them into testimonies. He takes what the world calls too broken, too late, or too small, and says, watch what I can do through this one. The doubters only see the chapter you're in right now. They don't see the ending God already wrote for you. They don't know the nights you stayed up praying, the tears you cried when nobody was watching, the times you had to motivate yourself when no one else believed in you. They only see the surface, but they don't see the strength being built in secret. They don't see the preparation that pain has produced. You see, sometimes God hides your growth in private so that when he reveals you, the world will have no choice but to notice. When they said you couldn't, God was saying, you will. When they laughed, heaven was writing your next chapter. Every no you heard was just a setup for a bigger yes. Every door that closed on you was just redirection towards something greater. Don't waste time trying to explain your purpose to people who don't have the vision to see it. Stop letting their small words limit your big calling. The moment you start listening to doubters, you start dimming the fire that's meant to guide you. You've got to learn to walk with confidence, even when you're surrounded by disbelief. You have got to learn to look at your reflection and say, I am enough. I am chosen. I am capable. You might not have all the answers yet, but what you do have is something powerful. Faith. Faith that says, even if I'm not there yet, I'm on my way. Faith that keeps you moving when the crowd doesn't clap. Faith that refuses to shrink just because others can't see the vision. Because listen to me, your purpose is not up for debate. Your calling is not up for discussion. You were built for this moment. And when you rise, you won't need to argue with the doubters. You won't need to defend yourself. Your success will speak. Your growth will testify. Your results will preach louder than their rejection ever did. Every time they said you couldn't, you show them that you could. Every word of doubt will become fuel for your determination. Every setback will turn into a setup for your comeback. And maybe, just maybe, God allowed the doubters to stay in your life for a reason. Not to destroy you, but to develop you. Because when nobody believes in you, that's when you learn to believe in yourself. When everyone walks away, that's when you learn to walk by faith. The doubt of others can become the birthplace of your strength. So don't run from it. Use it. Let their doubt push you harder. Let their disbelief make you hungrier. Let their silence remind you that you don't need validation when you have purpose. So today, I dare you, ignore the doubters. Stop explaining yourself to those who were never meant to understand. Stop shrinking your light to make others comfortable. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out. You are here to rise, to grow, to conquer, prove yourself not to them, but to the vision that burns inside you. Because the greatest victory isn't proving them wrong. It's proving yourself right. It's walking into the life you were destined for and realizing you didn't need their permission to shine. So keep going, keep believing, keep building. Because the same people who doubted you today will be the same ones quoting you tomorrow. And when that day comes, don't even say a word, just smile. Because your life will already be speaking louder than any doubt ever could. See, the problem with doubters is that they can only see the chapter you're in right now. They don't know the ending God already wrote for you. They judge you by what they see in this moment, but they have no idea what's coming next. They see you struggling, they see you learning, they see you climbing. But what they don't see is the strength being built inside you, the faith being forged through every trial, the power that's rising quietly behind the scenes. They see a seed, but they don't see the tree is becoming. They see the cocoon, but they don't recognize the butterfly that's about to break free. Doubters live in the present, but dreamers live in destiny. Doubters talk about what is, but believers speak about what will be. When people can't see your future, they'll assume your present is all there is. They'll say, you're wasting your time, you'll never make it. Who do you think you are? And that's okay, because they're talking from their level of sight, not your level of faith. You don't need them to see it. You just need to keep walking in it. Because the story God is writing for you doesn't need their commentary. It doesn't need their understanding. It doesn't need their approval. It just needs your obedience. People might say you've changed, and you have. Growth will do that. Pain will do that. Faith will do that. Every season you have survived has shaped you, even when they didn't notice. The late nights, the broken moments, the tears that never made it to social media, those were the pages God was filling when no one was paying attention. You see, doubters judge you by the chapter they walked in on. They think the pain is the ending, but it's only the preparation. They think the loss defines you, but it's actually refining you. And when you start to rise, those same people will act like they always believed. They'll say, I knew you had it in you, but you remember the silence when you needed support, the laughter when you failed, the looks when you spoke your dream out loud. You'll remember how they underestimated you, but don't get bitter, get better. Because God never asked them to understand your journey. He asked you to trust it. Sometimes he allows you to be doubted so that when you succeed, nobody can take the credit but him. You've got to learn how to keep building when nobody's clapping. Keep believing when no one's cheering. Keep moving even when they're watching to see if you'll fall. Because your story isn't finished. You might be in a chapter of confusion right now, but clarity is coming. You might be in a chapter of loss right now, but restoration is coming. You might be in a chapter of silence right now, but breakthrough is coming. Don't stop just because they can't see the ending. God already wrote it. And when that ending unfolds, it won't look like what they expected. The same mouths that doubted you will have to speak your name with respect.